a while though. Something feels off all of a sudden. But what though? Remember that wouldn't put me off. Doc never told me he was back in the office. That could only mean.
What's up?
Well, darn. It seems I've lost my key.
No way. Really?
How about you come help me look for it?
Maybe we should go to the police, see if anyone turned your key in.
I never lost the key, June.
Huh?
I could smell cigarettes coming from the office. And not the brand we smoke.
Oh, that's weird. All the brands smell the same to me.
Hang on. You better not be smoking.
Well, look, is that really important right now? Besides, who cares what brand it is?
Who cares? You mean someone's been smoking on our property?
Like I said, who cares?
I'm saying someone might be in our office. And I'm pretty damn sure I locked the door.
You don't mean... You think it's those bogus detectives?
I do. And I'm gonna use the drone to find out.
I see them, but like, where do you want me to? Oh, to this window?
How slow can his giant ass be? He was right there when he said he dropped the key. He'll be back soon. Knowing him, he'll probably just give up and kick the door in. Hey, go unlock the door for the big galoot. Okay.
Talk about a close call. What now?
We do the smart thing when dealing with burglars. Hello, officer? I got a problem here. Some armed robbers just broke into my office.
Police! What are you doing? Hey, are those firearms? Oh, shit! Anarchy!
Anarchy, let's get out of here.
Hey, jackass! You're supposed to tuck and roll! Oh, and you owe me for the window!
Hey! Freeze!
How are they getting away?
Solves that problem. Bet they'll think twice about pulling that again. Huh?
I found the note I mentioned today, detective. Oh, you did? He's a doctor living in Chiba. Name is Asutaka Shirakawa. Phone number is 04X45XXXXX. Pretty creative number. Remember now that he was looking for the woman in the picture you showed me. Some connection to Camaro Theater. Thanks.
June, we've got a lead. It's from the cleaning lady.
What she got for us?
So, the guy who was going around looking for Mikiko? Apparently, he's a doctor. He gave our cleaning lady friend his number, too. Looks like a landline. So if I do a little search... Bingo! Got ourselves a homepage. Runs a clinic in Chiba. That's way out in the sticks.
So, is that our next lead on Mom, then?
Could be.
Nice! Then let's get going!
Right. So, about the detective and that kid looking for Mikiko Sadamoto. What next?
Tail him. Don't let him catch wise.
On it.
You may be like the second person in this entire series who has dyed hair. Literally gonna stand out like a sore thumb. Achievement unlocked, by the way. My father looks on.
Kaito and June take to the streets to discover Mikiko's whereabouts. But the clues don't come easy, as Mikiko was reported dead 2 years back. Eventually, a doctor by the name of Yasutaka Shirakawa turns up. It seems Shirakawa had been looking for Mikiko as well. Following their only solid lead, Kaito and June head to Shirakawa's clinic in the remote countryside. Yet an unknown danger threatens to end their investigation early on.
I'm ready. How about you?
Wow, I even moved the alarm and everything. Turning it off in your sleep is a talent. If you're hungry, I suggest you get out of bed and help set the table. Breakfast is almost ready.
Miyazaki.
Good morning, sleepyhead.
Doing back here? Just out looking for...
Still in dreamland, I take it. You do always sleep like a rock. Now come on, breakfast is almost on the table. At least give me a hand with the plates.
Sure.
All right, dig in.
Thanks for cooking.
Today's the day of the raid. The breakfast might be my last meal. No, it's not bad of it. The heck you scared for?
What's on your mind?
Say, Mikiko,
What?
would you make me breakfast tomorrow, too?
I suppose I could.
Oh, nothing. Just thought you looked nice this morning.
Okay, what are you hiding?
What am I? Nothing.
Okay, so you were just sleep talking.
Hey, I'm wide awake here.
Then tell me, did you wake up for me or the food?
Good question.
Gee, way to ruin the moment.
Mikiko, we gotta talk about the raid.
Huh?
Listen, the boss is like a father to me. So if it came down to it, you know...
Mealtime is a peaceful time. No drama at the table. We established that when we first moved in together.
Right. I guess I forgot. Sorry. Let me wash those.
Sure, that'd be helpful. Masaharu-san? Can we talk about today?
What's up?
Actually, never mind.
You sure? Mikiko, listen. The last thing I want to do is screw up with the the two of us got going. And, you know, I've been thinking about things, and I decided I'm gonna talk to Matsugane-san. I know he'll hear me out.
What?
See, when I swore that oath to him, I figured I'd signed my life over it too. That's why I can't forgive those pricks who went after him. But the last thing I want to do is break your heart.
Wait. Masaharu-san. What are you saying?
I'm saying, I'm out of the raid. That's final. Now, going clean's gonna be another story, but I'll take care of it somehow. As long as I can keep waking up to you, it's worth it, Mikiko.
Oh, what have we here? Am I interrupting something?
Huh?
June, I thought I wouldn't see you today. Sleep well?
Well, yeah, but it's Dad here who's always sleeping in. In fact, he's asleep right now. How long you gonna doze off anyway? Gotta wake up to reality sometime! Huh? Kaito? Kaito! Hello? Anybody home? We're here.
Oh.
Oh my god, a different area?
What were you dreaming about anyway? You were smiling like a little kid almost.
Was I? Huh. Don't remember. Must have been a real nice dream.
If you say so. Hey, my mom's still out there, right?
Well, she sure wouldn't have done herself in. You and I both know that.
Right. There's no way she'd disappear without a good reason.
Here's our clinic. And apparently, someone's residence.
Think we'll get some clues about my mom here?
We don't know that yet, but we'll see.
Yes?
Sorry to bother, but I'm a detective out from Kamurocho. The name is Kaito.
What would a detective want with me?
Well, this is where my search took me. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Does it have to be me, specifically? What is this about?
I'm looking for a lady by the name of Mikiko Sadamoto.
She's my mom, by the way. I thought she was dead, but it turns out she might just be missing.
You're her son? Give me a moment.
I've seen you on Twitter.
Thanks. I came on behalf of the Yagami Detective Agency.
Very well. I am Yasutaka Shirakawa, director of the clinic here.
This is, Shirakawa Clinic Director, Yasukata Shirakawa.
So, you're really Mikiko's son?
Yeah, my name's June.
I take it you're familiar with Mikiko then?
Well, that depends on what you mean by familiar. Here, why don't we all have a seat? I apologize for not inviting you in. You see, I've been living alone so long. My place is an absolute mess.
Don't sweat it. After all, we did show up out of the blue. Now, let's talk about you and Mikiko. As I understand it, you were looking for her as well. This was a year and a half ago in Kamurocho.
Yes, there's no denying that.
Can I ask what for?
I was trying to confirm her identity.
Her identity? Care to explain that?
Deep within these mountains lies a waterfall, an infamous suicide spot. Perhaps I should start from there. A year and a half ago, a woman's body was discovered downstream.
All right.
Due to exposure to the elements, her face was too decomposed to identify. However, a photo was found in her jacket. It appeared to be taken at the Millennium Tower in Shinjuku. It was of the woman and her son.
No way. Me?
But since that was her only possession, it wasn't enough to confirm her identity outright. As such, the police opened the case and began investigating. Unfortunately, progress was, slow, if not stifled. So, thinking I could help move things along, I set out for Kamurocho, picture in hand. Whatever you heard about me was likely from back then.
That would mean you're the one who analyzed Mikiko's body?
Yes, that was me.
Her husband had requested a DNA test. Is there a chance those results were wrong?
Not at a 99% match. I hate to say it, but that body was Mikiko Sadamoto's.
Kaito, this can't be right. What the hell is he even talking about right now? Hello? Earth to Kaito! Don't just ignore me! Say something!
Didn't you hear? It's time to go home, kid. This was all for nothing. Mikiko. Your mom is gone for good.
What? No.
Let me ask you this, Shirakawa-san. Are you sure her death was suicide?
No signs of a natural trauma were detected on the body. And the police had confirmed it wasn't murder, so I'm afraid there's no other explanation.
God damn it! God damn it all.
Mom! Why'd you do it?
I certainly wish I had better news to give you, especially since you traveled all this way. The least I can do is call a cab and save you a walk to the station.
Wait. The Millennium Tower?
Kaito?
One last question, Shirakawa-san.
Yes?
About that photo they found on Mikiko's body. Was that the only one? Just her and June at the Millennium Tower? Nothing more?
I believe that should have been it, yes.
I'll be damned.
What?
Okay, now we got a problem, Shirakawa-san. Your story doesn't add up.
I'm sorry?
Don't play dumb here. If all Mikiko had on her was a photo at the Millennium Tower, and you never knew her alive, then what you told me was grade A bullshit. Think back.
I kind of forgot what we were doing there.
Theater. Maybe you'll recall a certain cleaning lady. Seems you approached her a year and a half ago about Mikiko. You knew the place meant something to her, right? Problem is, how would you even know that in the first place? Everything you knew about her came from a single photo, taken at the Millennium Tower. In fact, that was your only clue to her identity. Didn't you say as much? I'll tell you right now. Mikiko did have a connection with Kamurocho Theater. But that's nothing a stranger, much less some random doctor would know. Unless, of course, you found that out from Mikiko herself.
Well,
Quit blubbering and tell me the truth!
I understand. I'll talk. I think we should all go inside. That alone might help clear things up.
Huh?
Spotless. Dude, this dummy be lifted? That bowl, man. It's flat.
Please make yourselves at home. More tea will be ready soon.
Be real with me, Kaito. You think he's got Mom locked up somewhere? This guy's a real creeper, if you ask me.
I don't know, but I wouldn't rule it out. It'd explain the lack of contact, at least.
Right? Dude, what if he lured us in to get rid of us? For all we know, he could be a total psycho.
He's got a point with our guard down and no telling what he might do. Smart of him to usher us outside at first. Now that's banana, he's hiding something. And we're here, finding out what it is.
Is this it? That smell.
Yeah, got some.
Sweet.
Thank you. Gotta smell your kid first.
This right here. Is this it?
And her back seems rather feminine. Didn't take Shirakawa say lives alone? I know, weird for him to have something like this.
This right here.
It doesn't seem like anything important.
Is this it? This right here.
How hot do I make the tea? 85 Celsius? No, that's for coffee.
Bro, just boil the water.
Entertained very often.
Oh, sorry. No, not really.
You're not drinking it yourself?
And don't even think about poisoning us.
I would never do such a thing. My goodness.
Is this it? Huh?
Dining table considered at least 3, but been much for a bachelor who really entertains. Is that Shirakawa's shirt? Looks more like a lady's to me.
Let's see.
It's his mother.
What have we here?
Can see how alone realized Shirakawa might want one. Mikiko used to love cutesy stuff like this. They made it win him in arcades all the time.
This right here. Are these dumbbells?
That geek actually works out?
Guy sure doesn't strike me as the type.
Maybe he wanted to get fit for the ladies, but bailed when it got too tough. My friend in school pulled the exact same shit.
Guess it happens to the best of us. Is this it?
Her. Her. Oh no. Kind of need to take your shoes off. Very kind. That was the table.
Huh? Is this it? Oh, look at this. That's your mom, ain't it? When do you think it was taken?
I don't know. But my mom used to wear her hair short. Guess it could have grown out since then.
Who took it, though? And why is it here?
Wait a sec. If this was taken after my mom disappeared...
Then yeah, she's still alive. But this shot alone doesn't say much else. What have we here? I wonder when this picture's from.
This is the standard disguise for women in Yakuza series.
Can't say for sure.
It has been for the
I doubt
last
it was all
15
about
years.
mom,
Uh-huh. Is this it?
What could be the date in this photo? Hard to tell from just this. The camera feeder didn't exist until Judgment, right? Or it looking like that? Yes, because it used to be a stinking other area. Someone got shanked there.
It's right here.
That's the bag. Oh, it's inside the house.
Is this it?
January 23rd, 2022. Hold on, this photo was taken recently.
Kaito! Isn't this...
Mikiko. Alive and well. Shit just keeps getting stranger. Why would Shirakawa lie about her death?
He can probably hear
Why
you.
hasn't Mikiko reached out to her family?
Yeah, doesn't make any sense. I'd say Four Eyes owes us some answers.
I'm glad you listened.
So, Mikiko is alive. I got that right?
Yes, she's alive. No health issues to speak of either.
Awesome! You hear that, Kaito?
Tell me then, what's Mikiko been up to for 2 years? Why hasn't she hit up her family? And where is she right now?
If you're assuming she kept her family in the dark, I can assure you that's not the case.
What do you mean?
She developed dissociative amnesia. In layman's terms, severe memory loss.
What?
It was 2 years ago that I found Mikiko-san at the riverbank. I rushed back here to give her treatment, but when she came to, she couldn't remember anything. All she could tell me was her name.
Damn. If it was amnesia, no wonder we never heard from her.
Okay. Can you tell us where she is now?
I don't quite know where she is. She left some time ago.
What? She's gone?
You've got some beans to spill, Doc. And I ain't talking edamame. If Mikiko's really alive, then let's get this out in the open. You faked Mikiko's death.
That I did. It was to protect her.
To protect her? How's that work?
It was right after I rescued Mikiko-san from that riverbank. Some unfamiliar people showed up in our area. Real, unsavory types. And they had a picture of Mikiko-san. They went around asking all the locals, have you seen this woman? I was no exception. But then Mikiko-san, who had seen them from a distance, started trembling.
What'd they look like?
They were young, in their late 20s to mid-30s. They had numerous piercings, dye jobs, and flashy clothes. Intimidating would best describe them. In all honesty, they looked like a street gang. People you wouldn't want at your doorstep.
Damn it! I bet they tried to kill my mom 2 years ago!
I had similar thoughts. Perhaps Mikiko-san ran afoul of some very bad people in her past. And to make it appear as suicide, she was pushed from the top of a waterfall. But afterward, they couldn't find her body, and her death was never reported. That's why I assumed they came snooping around to confirm whether they finished the job.
So, that's when you went ahead and faked her death?
Yes, but only to throw those people off her trail.
Got it. So, rather than holding her against her will, you were trying to keep her safe. Something doesn't sit right, though. Why didn't you call the cops straight away?
Another thing, Mikiko-san was very hesitant about me getting the law involved. Actually, to be more precise, it wasn't the police that scared her, but rather the outside world. It was as if she were terrified of someone out there discovering she was alive.
How? I thought she lost her memories.
Let me give you a little background on that. When a person develops amnesia, they don't lose their memories. Rather, they lose touch with them. This can happen for several reasons, but for dissociative amnesia, it's usually triggered by extreme stress or past wounds. In any case, an amnesiac may avoid a perceived danger without quite understanding why. But the condition doesn't grant a clean slate. Those painful memories will still be alive in their head. And sometimes they'll resurface as instinct, directly influencing their actions.
Huh. Well, you're the doctor. Guess I'll take your word for it.
Some civvy decides to sniff out a case on his own instead of going to the cops. Maybe he just wanted to be helpful, this absurd down medication.
You mentioned Mikiko was gone earlier. Could you tell me how that went down?
It was about 10 days ago. I had finished work for the day, so I came back to find Mikiko-san rushing out at the door. It was all very odd. The TV was left on. She didn't seem to have anything on her, and the look on her face was startling. What I think happened is her memory suddenly returned.
Just like that?
Yes, though I couldn't tell you what prompted it. She never gave me a reason as to why she went away. All she said was, I have unfinished business to deal with.
Unfinished business? What could that be?
Hard to say. All I know is that the Mikiko-san I saw right then was completely different from the one I knew. Her face was always so kind and gentle before. Yet there she was, glaring like a woman possessed. And her eyes were filled with hatred.
Hatred? You sure that's what you saw?
That's precisely what I saw. Something altogether deadly had consumed her. That look she had. It was enough to burn a man alive. Perhaps whatever she went through threatened to destabilize her mind. So she shut herself off from that event for an entire 2 years. All to preserve herself until she recuperated. That being said, I believe the group who came looking for her in the beginning must have been involved.
So whatever happened to her nearly broke her? Mikiko, just what the heck are you
Back it
going
up a
through?
sec. If Mom's got her memories back, how come she still hasn't contacted us?
Got a point there. My only guess is she's trying to keep a low profile.
Perhaps. What if Mikiko-san intended to commit some sort of crime?
What gives you that idea?
Well, if that is the case, I figure it'd be more convenient for her to be considered dead than alive. If Mikiko-san is on record as deceased, She could do whatever she wanted without ever troubling Jun-kun or her husband. And since the crime wouldn't be linked to her, her family wouldn't have to live with any stigma.
I hate to think of burn a man alive. Being go out for revenge against her would-be killers. It just sounds hard to swallow. Well, my sinking cord bothers me so much. Okay, let me just make sure audio is good. If I'm muting my computer, I'm gonna open it up on my phone.
Alright, this is getting way too crazy. I'm kinda freaking out here.
It is A-okay.
For some doctor out in the sticks, you sure are slick faking a death good enough to fool the cops.
Well, I am the local police's medical examiner. So it was well within my ability to find another body as a substitute for Mikiko-san. We are located by a suicide spot, after all. Morbid as it is, we're not exactly in short supply of corpses.
Come to think of it, Sadamoto-san said something about how the body was too decomposed to be identified on scene.
Yes, I had to put quite a bit of work in to make the substitute appear authentic. I chose a body with a similar build to Mikiko-san as well. The photograph served as a convincing personal touch.
And you did all the DNA testing too?
That I did. It was a matter of swapping out specimens here and there.
You really pulled out all the stops, huh? That's a lot of risk you're taking there.
Maybe what I did was unacceptable, but I assure you, this was all for Mikiko-san's safety.
So, back to Mikiko. She really forgot everything but her name?
As far as I'd observed, yes. She couldn't recall her address, her date of birth, loved ones, nothing. I discovered Mikiko-san with nothing but the clothes on her back. She had no personal effects that could point to her identity. In all likelihood, the rapids had washed most of her belongings away.
Wait, but I thought she had that photo.
Yes, I'm getting to that. Half a year or so after I had taken her in, I found a woman's jacket downstream of the waterfall. This photo was in one of the jacket's pockets.
Ah, yeah. This is when we took a trip to Kamurocho.
But that's with the Millennium Tower in it. So why'd you go asking about Kamuro Theater instead? If Mikiko had amnesia, you wouldn't have known the connection. So how'd you find out?
There was a special on TV about the development history of Kamurocho. Part of the program featured the former Kamuro Theater, to which Mikiko responded immediately.
Responded? How?
Her eyes filled with tears, but they were happy, as if she were lost in memory. Although her memories didn't return in that moment, I knew that place must have been important to her. That picture over there was from when I took her to see Kamuro Theater in person. Roughly 2 years had passed since I'd found her, but her memories were still buried away. Fortunately, she'd gotten well enough to venture outside every now and again, I personally found it risky, but alas, Mikiko-san was determined to see Kamuro Theater for herself, come hell or high water.
Shirakawa-san, how was she when you took her? Did she maybe act different?
I'd say so. And mind you, the venue had undergone drastic changes since she last saw it. Nevertheless, she still seemed quite nostalgic. I think deep down in her heart, she knew what she was seeing. The peace on her face told me that.
That's so.
You know what about rep stuff for now?
So, let me get this straight. A year and a half ago, a photo of Mom and me washed up. Only then did you go around asking about her identity, right?
Well, yes, that's right.
After that, you swapped or rearranged a corpse or whatever. I get why. You just wanted to keep Mom out of trouble. But why didn't you at least reach out to us? You could have gotten contact at any time.
Oh, you see,
Kid's got a point. You didn't even tell Mikiko herself who she was, did you? Even though you knew for quite some time. Hey! Something else you want to tell us?
Forgive me! I know making excuses won't help. But you see, from the moment Mikiko-san came into my life...
Don't tell me. You're in love with her.
What?
Yes!
Ah, jeez.
When I met her, it was love at first sight. Soon enough, I was utterly smitten. Nothing could take my mind off her. It wasn't long before I began wishing her happy little life could continue forever. But that's when that picture of her washed up. I thought if Mikiko-san remembered who she was, well, she'd walk right out of my life, without a moment's hesitation. That short, blissful time we shared was a blessing I didn't deserve. A man who knew nothing but loneliness was graced by an angel from above, one radiant and pure as snow. Forgive me! Forgive me for being a hopeless fool. But I promise you, I kept things decent. I didn't touch a hair on her head. Even a selfish man like me knows where to draw the line. I would never take advantage of her!
Not sure I'd buy that. You call hiding her away for 2 years decent?
Please trust me! It was only to keep her out of harm's way!
I get that, Shirakawa-san. I don't blame you for wanting to protect someone, especially when trouble comes knocking. Fact is, you risked your neck to keep Mikiko safe. Not many would. That aside, you didn't tell her who she was when you had the chance. And that's your big mistake. No wonder you two had a happy little life here. You took her other options away. Do you have any idea what kind of hell you put her family through?
I know that whatever I do, it'll never be enough to atone. That much is clear.
That all you gotta say? Then I suggest you apologize to Mikiko at the very least. Of course, she might knock your ass out when you do. Hey, what the hell?
Greetings! Is Mikiko Sadamoto-san around?
Who the hell's asking?
Ever heard of Crimson Lotus? We're a friendly group from Shinjuku just swinging by for a visit. Anyway, I'm Nishio, the group mouthpiece, if you will.
Crimson Lotus ain't ringing any bells. You supposed to be some kind of gang?
Actually, I believe they're the group who came asking about Mikiko-san 2 years ago.
Really?
Weren't you looking for Mikiko Sadamoto too, over in Kamurocho? Funny thing is, we need to find her too, and fast.
Pardon, but didn't I tell you last time? Mikiko Sadamoto-san unfortunately passed away. I just finished telling these people the same. There's nobody left to look for.
Nice try, nerd. But you ain't playing us today. Your bluff might have worked last time, but now I've got people telling me she's alive and kicking. And we can't just let a killer run free, can we?
A killer?
Yeah, fucking broad had the nerve to bump off some of our higher-ups.
Huh. Quit talking out your ass.
Dude, I shit you not. You really never heard of the young elite serial killings in Kamurocho? The victims are our founding members. Legendary badasses, all of them. And there's evidence of that chick at the murder scene, so... yeah. We're trying to pull the plug on this bloodbath.
Impossible. Don't tell me. This was Mikiko's unfinished business?
To get back at Crimson Lotus.
Right. Anyway, we're gonna need to peek inside the house now. Thanks for being chill about it.
You won't find Mikiko in here. Take it from us, she's nowhere.
I call bullshit.
What are you gonna do to Mikiko if you find her?
Ooh, those plans are a bit above my pay grade, but I do know it won't be pretty. If I had to guess, it'd be like... torturous death? I mean, she freaking went and killed our OGs right when they were peaking. That's fucked up. So, yeah, she's got a ticket for a nice long trip to hell. It's only fair, you know?
Oh, yeah? Then I'm sending my foot on a nice long trip up your ass.
Come on! Why'd you have to go for the face? I freaking went to a salon today, too! Got a mixer tomorrow, you know?
Shirakawa-san, watch June for me.
Okay.
Damn it, why you gotta be so stubborn? Who even are you?
Just an old bodyguard of hers.
Huh?
So, which of you pumps wants it first?
Is the Crimson Lotus?
Come on!
Maybe it's just switch modes. Nothing around here.
What the hell, man? Was that karate? And not half bad by the looks of it.
Yeah, thanks. I've been practicing a while.
Hey! You assholes got started without me? I thought I told you to wait till I got here. Shuchan! This guy's a pain in the ass! So let me take over for you. Better clear me a path, boys! Yo! It's on! Now I'm fucking ready!
Serious? You're just drunk, dude.
And you must be Kaito-san, huh? I'm the front man for Crimson Lotus. Kenmochi is the name.
This is the Crimson Lotus from Shusuke Kenmochi.
Just so you know, I've never been defeated in the underground fighting circuit. You're looking at a real fucking champ. My boys are ready for you versus me. Maybe we should have sold tickets, yeah?
Huh?
Let's give him a good show, huh? Sorry about this, big guy.
Dude, this is your property. You're smiling. So where are the wires?
Ready to dance?
Are you
Sure, a couple
solar powered?
You keep an eye on Joe.
No.
Get me! Hell yeah!
He's fat rolling? I'm locked on though. That's not what I heard.
Well, aren't you a tough bastard? Jeez! Nasty fuck!
Shuchan! More booze, dipshits! You hear me? Top shelf shit only!
Shushan, please get a grip. Any more and you'll start barfing blood. Why don't we just call it here?
No! More! I need more.
Gentlemen! Hate to be a buzzkill, but party's over for now. Handshakes all around, and to all, a good night.
Hey! What in the hell was that?
I don't know, but I should probably call the cops in case they come knocking again.
Hey, Kaito. What they said about Mom being a killer? You think that's true?
Doesn't matter. Our goal is to find Mikiko, whatever she's caught up in.
I mean, I know that.
I'll drive. I'd like to get to the bottom of this as well.
Oh, you sure? Shoot, that'll save us big on train fare.
Doesn't look like
Bro,
it'll be
why are
long.
you in the back? The very far back. I can understand you don't want to be in the passenger seat, sure, whatever. But why aren't you in the middle row? Why the very far back?
Mikiko-san.
Huh? Where's this coming from all of a sudden?
When Mikiko saw Kamuro Theater on television, she looked like she was lost in the past. And the moment I told you that, you wore the same look. Except yours was more sullen.
What kind of doctor are you?
So, I'm guessing Mikiko's connection to the place had something to do with you. Perhaps you two were involved romantically?
Good guess.
So you were then.
There was a time I thought I'd be with her forever.
Forever? You mean marriage? What happened?
Well, I happened to be with the Yakuza at the time. As you can imagine, Mikiko wanted me out. Easier said than done. My boss had taken a bullet that nearly prompted an all-out war. I couldn't just up and leave.
Do you mean to say you chose the Yakuza over Mikiko?
In the end, yeah, that's what it was. And for Mikiko, it was the last straw. I was out on a raid when she left. Came home to a note in an empty apartment.
Kaito-san, let me ask you something. Do you still love her? Even now?
Love her? You know she's got a husband, right?
That isn't what I'm asking. I'm asking how you feel in your heart. Ethical issues and legal ramifications aside, you can't always choose who you love. So I think it's okay to be honest with yourself. At least listening to your feelings isn't a crime.
Uh-huh.
Besides, I'm sure it wasn't easy letting a woman like Mikiko-san go. Am I wrong?
Yeah? And what makes you think that?
Call it a hunch. But am I wrong?
Thing is, I always figured I was over her for good. Gotta let the past be the past, you know? But then, once I started searching for Mikiko with her kid, these thoughts kept coming at me. Like, maybe I could have done things different. And now, I'm stuck thinking of a life I never had.
As you may be aware, Kaito-san, I too have feelings for Mikiko-san. And if she never returns them, then I fully accept that. That said, I wouldn't hesitate to give up everything for her. My own life included.
You're serious about that?
Completely. I've never met a woman like her in my life. So if we do end up finding her, I intend to propose to her.
Wait, what? Well, before you get carried away, don't forget she's legally married.
I'm aware. But if I don't at least share how I feel, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. As for right now, I'm giving this all I've got.
Not a bad resolution in my book. City's lively as ever.
There were certainly plenty of sirens. A fire, perhaps?
Those punks earlier? They were screaming about some boss of theirs getting killed.
I wonder if it's related to the young elite serial killings as of late.
Either way, I hope my boss gets it too. Hey fellas, maybe you see a building on fire?
Oh, yeah, actually. I think around Tenkaichi Street?
Kaito-san!
Yeah, let's move.
You know, that one was longer than I thought it would be. Let's get out here now. We'll do more tomorrow. Okay. Get me out of here.